Sort of wish I could see this better. I figured I'd give this a try. See how well it works. It is Thursday, June the 5th. Alright, so yesterday I did, I think I talked about sort of the umbrella that is driving some of the contemporary issues, contemporary problems. And wasn't really what I meant to talk about. I was going to talk about the Bergdog scenario and the kind of turnaround that's come out of that latest, what's the term? Scandal. I might get off topic a little bit, but that's alright. So, as I think most people know, the right wing has been just ginning up one scandal after another to keep their base electrified into the midterms. Which, you know, could have a lot to do with it. Keep their base electrified. In the absence of any kind of real productivity, I don't really know what the GOP in the House has actually accomplished. I don't know if they've accomplished anything. I'd be curious as whether or not, in terms of how many pieces of actual legislation have made it into law on John Boehner's watch. Is that the right word? Watch, on his watch? I'd be really curious. I know I've seen like little blurbs that say that it's the least productive, but there's no hard and concrete number attached to that. And of course, you know, I seriously believe that if it were the Democrats, who are the Democrats? They're not the left wing, they're the Democrats, the centrist party, that, I don't know, I'm wondering, how much media attention this would have gotten. You know, if their number was like 0, 2, some really low, you know, some really low number, I'm quite sure it would have gotten attention. And the reason why I say that, you know, point something factual, I cannot remember the media being obsessed with George Bush's approval rating the way it's been obsessed with President Obama's approval rating. It's just constantly, you know, just constantly in the news. You know, his approval rating is this, his approval rating is that, daily approval rating. It's not so much a big deal now. But especially, I mean, I was looking at a graph of Bush's approval rating, and it looked like it got way down. I've heard 37%, but looking at the graph, I was looking at the graphs of different presidents' approval ratings over time, and his dipped way down. I mean, it looked like it was 17% when he left office. It looked extremely low, like extremely. And I don't remember that even making it into the focus. And I think that when you dip below 40%, that, you know, that's newsworthy. Because he started out pretty high because of the 9/11 attack, and he cashed all that in to get a war going. You know, and to get the whole right wing, you know, Homeland Security and all that stuff going. Department of Homeland Security. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get to the Bo Bergdahl. Let's just get to it. So, in the beginning, like the day of his release, or the day of the trade, the right wing started immediately calling him a traitor. Immediately. Traitor, 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 over and over again. And there was a tweet that someone got a screenshot of, posted by what appeared to be a former GOP representative to the Bergdahl family, saying that basically the son should be executed on the day of his release. And that was, and I helped tweet that. Some of the people that were that had the information were actually afraid to tweet it because they said that the person who had tweeted it, this former representative, was a right-wing troll who would get you suspended. He and his fellow trollers. And it was best to stay away from them. Well, I'll let that little piece of information speak for itself. I found that idea unacceptable. So I started tweeting it to P2, the screenshot, and it got some hits. Anyway, traitor, traitor, traitor. Harassing the family. I mean, they were ready with this ground game. And so I looked into some of the stuff that they were saying about this guy, because I knew nothing about it. And it didn't look good based on what the right wing had, the so-called former platoon members, and but at the same time I felt it was incredibly suspicious, because the right wing doesn't really deal in the truth or even the facts, and the right wing base doesn't really have any use for factual anything.